What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kinda Funny morning show for May 4th, 2017. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer slash seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Are we letting that go?
Back from the dead.
All right, so
could the audience hear double audio, or was it just coming through for us?
it was the audio. They could hear double audio.
They heard double audio.
Yep. And no, wait.
I'm not laughing at that. What I'm laughing at...
No. They couldn't hear it.
Okay.
Because we were muted. But that's the thing. I couldn't hear it either, so it was just muffled. So it just sounded like one of you guys had your computer on.
Gotcha.
And I was like, that's weird.
If we were broadcasting the aerobics music and the flute to us through the TV, which is not normal.
Sure. And that's because I had the page open so that I can rename the stream. And then I did that. I renamed the stream, but I forgot to close it. And then has a preview. It was playing audio.
What was funniest to me, though?
It was just the, fuck, oh, God. All right, audio's live. And then you're eating a spoonful of peanut butter.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun for me. Yeah, great.
Sorry,
that was good. That was fantastic.
There's too much to talk about, I feel like, all at once.
Okay.
So let me say, for everyone out there who's thinking it, it's May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
I'll say the elephant in the room. Star Wars sucks.
No!
God, you're so wrong.
Just letting you guys know. You should all read comic books during this time, not cared about Star Wars.
Yeah,
We would have better comic book movies now on the DC side if more people cared back then.
I don't think that's how it works at all.
I got droids everywhere. Droids left and right.
I spent a good 15 minutes last night because I was glued to my couch and I got bored watching normal TV. Watching theories on whose lightsaber or who Rey is. There's something called the lightsaber theory.
She's Luke Skywalker's daughter. There, I spoiled the movies for you.
They don't think so. They don't think she's... This particular individual doesn't think that she's Luke's or related to the Solos at all. Or Obi-Wan. She thinks that there's another family that was studying under
Windus.
Luke. Maybe the Windus.
Yeah.
Possibly the Windus.
What were we talking about when we were trying to figure this out? And Kevin threw out Mace Windu as a possible thing, and we all lost our minds.
It was, who does Ray look like? I meant Qui-Gon Jinn.
You met Qui-Gon Jinn, but you said Mace Windu.
Nah, you met Mace Windu,
awesome.
and it worked out well for you.
Kevin, are
good.
you seeing frames? I'm seeing the chat. A few people in the chat mentioned the frame rates.
No, I'm not seeing any issues on our side.
If you're getting frame stuff, it looks like it's Twitch's side, then nothing we can do about it. Now, what I will do for May the 4th is, of course, honor the best Star Wars character of all time, Watto. Big bad Watto.
Yep.
It's rare, I think, that in this day and age, it's rare that you can find someone who owns slaves and be like, you know, I can set that aside. I like that guy. I like what he's up to.
Yeah, no, there are very few people. A lot of people thought the same way about Leonardo DiCaprio's character into Django Unchained.
No.
They were like, really likable guy. We'll just give him a pass. We're gonna give him a pass. It's Tim's favorite movie. Speaks a lot about Tim. It is.
Of all time, really? I thought maybe just the Tarantino.
Did you hear that they're doing a Watto spinoff?
No, you know that's not true. You know how I'd lose it.
What would you do if they were doing a Watto spinoff?
I'd be pretty stoked.
But
I mean, that would definitely be the thing of where they've jumped the shark. If they're like, we're doing a Star Wars story for Watto, that would have been like, well, they are officially out of ideas.
Yeah, they've got a few other characters.
At that point, they've already done a trilogy about the fucking monster in the trash compactor at that point.
Yeah. That monster's name was Fred. And
Was it really?
He was just working hard that day. That was his job. I don't know.
Watto, the owner of slaves, Anakin Sashimi Skywalker, and a notorious gambler.
Sashimi
That's what it says here.
Skywalker?
The owner of slaves, Anakin and Sashimi Skywalker.
Sashimi's the mom.
Yeah, Sashimi's the mom.
His mom's name is Sashimi?
It says right there, it's clear as day. And a notorious gambler.
Yeah, that's not sashimi. You're missing a few other vowels in there.
Well, how would you pronounce it?
Shmi?
Shmi.
Shmi.
Now that's just what he calls cute animals all the time.
Shmigans. Where's Porty? How come you haven't brought Porty to me? You know I'm in.
Dead.
Porty's been around a lot.
You know that I am
Porty's happy
feeling
than ever.
well, and that Porty can make me feel better. Just by the pets.
I brought Jen in today. Can't she make you feel better?
It's illegal now. You're married.
Gotcha. Yeah. The owner of slaves, Anakin and Sashimi Skywalker, and a notorious gambler, Watto is a Toydarian junk dealer.
Yeah.
You think that's coincidence? They're like right in the back of the box. We need to give him some kind of race. They're like, he's a Toydarian. Let's just shove that together. Junk dealer who supplies the denizens of Mos Espa with all manner of mechanical odds and ends. Watto's calm. Oh wait, hold on a second. Oh, we need a stupid comm reader to get the comm chip lines, don't we? Fucking, this is how they get you.
Yeah.
Are we ordering this immediately?
Can someone order me a comm tech chip reader? We will then open it, put it down.
Ask kids to send you one if they can find it in their fucking like old bins.
Kids, if you have a if you have an electronic comm tech reader, a communication output memory module, send it over here. We can listen to Watto Talk Zone. Because that's what we want. Kevin, what are you working on over there? We're doing a show over here.
Yeah, I know.
Get lenses?
The lens was wrong.
Is that because we played Mario Kart before the stream? We played an hour of Mario Kart?
Yeah.
I think we should do that more often.
I don't know. Everything went wrong for me.
Well, yeah, but that's just every day for you.
No.
Yeah.
No, come on. The morning.
Wasn't 2 days ago when I was on the stream? It was that whole thing. You were sitting around and we were talking about how you got worse at your job.
I never said everything's been getting better. Right?
We said everything's going wrong.
Yeah.
Nick?
Yeah.
This is your first day back in the office since Monday?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you at all. For people who missed it, on Monday, what happened to you and how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling better now. Thank you for asking. On Monday, now I have a pulled muscle, an old pulled muscle injury in my back that I got dirt biking of all things, which is
How long ago did you get that?
That was 5 years ago. Probably.
Jesus, okay.
And every once in a while, my lower back will just go into spasm, and it's never quite been this bad before. But on Monday, I got out of my car and I was like, huh. Like I actually felt it as I was driving in. I felt my back muscle just starting to tighten up, and I was like, nah, that's not gonna be good. Got out of my car and I was like, this is bad. This is really bad. Went to sling my backpack over my shoulder, and just pretty much collapsed me. And then it took me a good 20 minutes to cross from that side of the street all the way over, and then another 10 to climb up the stairs.
Yeah, we have a lot of stairs.
And I was like, I should just stop. I should just not even go up. But I had to do the morning show.
We could have done it. Wait a minute, come on. This is a well-oiled machine here.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I'm this far up. I thought I'm like, as soon as I sit down, I'll be fine. It's never been this bad before. And I actually got to a point where I was like, I have to, like when I got home finally, I'm like, I can't stand. I had to crawl to the bathroom. It was sad. But luckily,
what did you do when you get there?
I took a pain medication and a.
No, I mean you crawl to the bathroom. Can you stand up to urinate or poop, or you just go on the floor?
I kind of just prop myself up, and then just let it go where it needed to go. You know what I mean?
I know. I hear you.
Yeah. And then just anti-inflammatories and oxycodone.
Gotcha.
Which is
you still on the drugs right now?
No. Well, I'm on the anti-inflammatory, but I can't stand taking pain medication. So
Portillo, when he hurts his back, goes on anti-inflammatory medication too. So I'm well aware with this.
yeah, it actually works very well.
Do you need to put the pill in your mouth and hold your mouth shut like I do with Portillo?
No, she does it the other way. I get her to.
Honey, these are swallowable. She's like, nah, this is a suppository.
That's how you get it in. It bypasses the liver. So that's been my last few days of my life, and it's hilarious because I'm like, my muscles are seizing and swelling up, and I know that I should be basically continuing what I do normally, which is like an anti-inflammatory diet.
Yeah.
But instead of that,
Yeah.
I ate Oreo cookies and goldfish crackers.
Now those are known to be
days straight.
inflammatory.
They're a little inflammatory, mildly inflammatory, as they are made predominantly of sugar and salt.
I mean, that's what people need.
But I had a great time. Did some work, but mostly just watched behind the musics for Red Hot Chili Peppers and Sublime.
Yeah.
So that was pretty fun for me.
Did you watch Milli Vanilli?
No,
I
not
feel like
yet.
that's the most common one I think of nowadays.
Well, I think I had already seen Milli Vanilli.
Sure.
What I wanted
have
to
you
know,
seen them all, I would say, at this point?
Well, what I ended up doing was I ended up on Netflix. There's a documentary called "We Are Twisted Sister" or "This Is Fucking Twisted Sister," something like that.
Okay.
About Twisted Sister.
Sure, I hope
Actually,
so.
a very fascinating documentary because I didn't know Twisted Sister. I wasn't all that familiar with them, so it's really cool. But most of the documentary is spent talking about how they failed to be a giant rock band, and then by the end of it, they finally get a record deal. And that's the end of the documentary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because apparently they were this amazingly popular band, but only on the East Coast, only in like the New York, Long Island.
Sure. That's why Colin has such an affinity for
It's
them.
very true.
Used to.
And so that's fascinating story. But I was like, you know what I want to know more about? AC/DC. So I started watching the behind the music for them because, as you know, Brian Johnson, the lead singer for AC/DC, had to back out of the tour.
He wears little shorts.
No, that's the other guy. That's Angus Young. He wears a schoolboy outfit.
Okay.
But apparently, I didn't know this until Gavin was talking over here the other day. Gavin was telling me this, and I was like, I had no idea this. Apparently, last year, Brian Johnson had to back out of the tour because he was losing his hearing, and he was like, and this doctor's basically like, look, if you do a few more of these, you're going to lose all your
over.
hearing. It's done.
Wow.
So he's like, well, I guess since I'm a 97-year-old man, I should probably be able to hear until I die. So they were out a lead singer, and apparently Axl Rose called him up and was like, I'll do it. And so for the last 6 or 7 tour dates of the tour, he actually I think it was more than that. I think it was like the final like half of the tour. He stepped in and was lead singer for AC/DC.
Did Axl Rose ever straighten his shit out? Is he still an asshole and like fucking?
No, and I'll tell you why.
up?
Because I watched the Guns N' Roses behind the music. No, he went away for 10 years, came back, tried to bring Guns N' Roses.
I remember
back. It was
that.
a totally different band.
Yeah.
Basically, he was just an asshole, and everyone in that band had problems with drugs. Not the least of which was Axl, but Slash had a huge problem with drugs and alcohol, and apparently they just did not get along.
Sure.
And so beyond a certain point, they basically blamed a lot of the shenanigans on Axl Rose because apparently his ego was way too crazy. Like for instance, the famous Montreal concert where Metallica goes on. It was Metallica and Guns N' Roses, and James Hetfield goes on, like got hit by that pyro and like burned, and so Metallica couldn't play. So Guns N' Roses comes on, but Axl Rose couldn't hear himself, so he threw a fit and walked off, and they fucking rioted and tore down the stadium. That's the shit that happened all the time. And they were like, Axl could have saved the day. He could have just manned up and done that concert, and it would have been the fucking coolest thing ever. He could have saved the day, but instead people rioted and got hurt and all that stuff. So it was interesting. It was fascinating. I know we're long in the tooth on this, but they were talking about how.
Who cares? That's what they're here for. They're here to talk, aren't you?
Yeah, they were talking about.
Got somewhere to be?
How you never knew if Axl either wasn't going to show up, would throw a fit, or would give you. What did you just do?
I don't know. I came back, but I came back too harsh and it splashed up my face.
You got a little splashboard on you. They didn't know if he would come in, if he wouldn't show up, or if he'd be an asshole, or if he'd just give like one of the greatest performances you've ever seen in your life. So it's pretty fascinating. But they have all this footage of him. Fucking awesome. And he sounds great with AC/DC, even though they're all really old and fat now.
Okay.
And it's sad.
If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kinda Funny morning show each and every weekday here on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. We come to you with all the nerdy news you need to know about. We're jumping the chat to answer your questions, comments, and concerns. In between those two segments, I reach in the internet, grab a video game, toss it to one of you. How do you win? You can be in the chat like you are right now, or support us a variety of other ways if you're one of the people watching later on youtube.com/kindafunny, or podcast services around the globe. We'll update those for you later. For now, top story, Big Kev Dog, comes from Deadline Hollywood. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child sets April 2018 Broadway opening. The Broadway stand of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child will open next April 22nd at the Ambassador Theater Group's Lyric Theater, a bunch of people said. Preview performances, casting, and all further details will be announced in the coming months. The Lyric was recently vacated, but none of that matters. April 22nd, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. You went to London to see this.
Question for you.
Yeah.
How do we fly Cool Greg out there to see this and then do a review for us?
Because you gotta hit up the Lyric Theater.
He hasn't read it yet. You know that, right?
He hasn't read the last book yet, right? Because he doesn't want it to end.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps rereading the other books, but then he'll get to where he should, the 7th book, right? And won't read it because he doesn't want
Cool
it to end.
Greg, is he here? Is Cool Greg hanging out today?
I'm gonna make some barbecue pizzas today, so I imagine he is here. That's what we were talking about. Because Jen was like, I've never had a DiGiorno's pizza. First off, as a sequel, as we try to find Cool Greg in the woodwork here, as a spin-off to the pizza topic, you were on this episode of the show. Gavin, Ming, Tim, we talk about frozen pizzas. DiGiorno, of course, sent me a bunch of frozen pizzas.
Yeah.
Then, as you know, I talked shit about Jack's Pizza. A fan tweeted me and said, Greg, I love you, respect you, all this other stuff, but I can't believe you're talking shit about Jack's Pizza.
Yeah.
Jack's Pizza has some kind of Google alert. Their Twitter account found this. They got in on the action. And we're like, yeah, Greg, you really let us down, blah, blah, blah. So now they are sending us Jack's Pizzas to try to see how we feel about that. Then today, I put up more wedding photos.
Yeah.
Home Run Inn Pizza from Chicago responds to that tweet. They're like, oh, congratulations, let us send you something. I DM them, like, how did you know about this? They've been following me for a long time. I didn't even know that. From one of the other times I mentioned Home Run Inn Pizza. And here we are now. 2 frozen pizzas getting sent to us.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, Cool Greg.
So excited.
If we, come here.
Come here.
You don't work for us.
Now,
You're always here.
let me ask you this question. Have you read The Cursed Child yet?
No.
Okay.
You haven't read the last book
You
yet
haven't read
either,
the last
right?
book yet either, right?
And I figure you can't read The Cursed Child without reading the last
You really
book,
can't.
You won't know.
You can't. You don't know what's going
Why
on.
haven't you read the last book?
I'm not ready for it to end. I'm not gonna do it. You guys, everybody else, messed up. I know I came to the Harry Potter party late. I'm doing it the right way.
So here's what we're going to do. If we can get tickets, we're sending you to New York to see the play.
Well,
What?
Let's figure out if we can get tickets first.
No, we're not going to be able to get tickets, but
So see, now you got them all.
we'll be
what's
able,
going on.
we'll be able to get tickets at some point. If we can get tickets, will you watch the play?
Yes, I don't read the last book. That's when that's
really?
the right way. That's the right way to do it.
Okay.
Oh, I like
now,
it.
at some point,
Yeah.
New York might not be a possibility, but at some point, this will come here. Maybe it'll probably take a year or two.
I mean,
but
I'm
it will come
fully ready to freelance out Cool Greg here for
Yeah.
Kind of Funny. And
Alright.
if we have to buy the ticket and buy the plane ticket, and then
Okay.
send him and Kevin out there with a camera.
Whatever's
Oh my God,
walking
that's
through.
awesome.
This is
Yes,
fantastic.
let's do
guys.
Kevin,
would you see it
What's
too?
going on?
I'd go.
Why did I
do
can't
that.
remember,
I wanna
can't
see it
remember if you're a
too.
huge Harry Potter
I
fan
would
or
do
not.
that for Kind of
Are
Funny.
y'all gonna go?
Well, I mean, now it's getting expensive.
Can we get it sponsored somehow?
There you go.
Sponsored
out?
by DiGiorno. It's not DiGiorno, it's delivery, but we're going to be delivering these two guys to New York.
Oh shit! I mean, the pitch is there.
There it is.
All right,
Call
hold
up
on,
Tim.
hold on.
Call up Mr. Tim Gettys
No,
and
no,
have
no.
him pitch DiGiorno.
No, you're doing it all wrong. Kevin, let me see my one real quick.
2018 Broadway opening.
All right, hold on. This will be fine. All right, so stay here. All right, are you ready? Andy. 11 whatever time code we're in here. All right, this will be a breakout. You ready? Here we go. Everybody ready for the breakout?
It's
You can if you're Penguin Von Penguin, you can tweet this at DiGiorno too. But we'll eventually do this. Here we go. Oh, hey, DiGiorno Pizza. It's me, Greg Miller from Kind of Funny. You remember me because you sent a bunch of pizzas our way. We've come up with a dynamite idea. Kevin, go to the wide. This is Cool Greg. Cool Greg's the biggest Harry Potter fan we know. How big of a fan of Harry Potter is Cool Greg? He has not read the last book or seen the last movie because he doesn't want the journey to end. Instead, you just reread the other ones, right?
Yeah.
So what he's saying right now is, that they are announcing that April 22nd, they're bringing Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, or is it Cursed? You keep saying? Does it matter?
Cursed. No, it doesn't matter. It's very British.
Cursed
You say
Child
Cursed.
to New York for Broadway. Andy's putting his hand down his pants in front of me. What we're gonna do, if you're down, is we want to send Cool Greg out there, maybe Kevin, definitely me, and then have Cool Greg watch it and do. He will read the last book for this. DiGiorno, do you want to get in on this deal? Do you want to sponsor this trip? DiGiorno Pizza sends Cool Greg to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Yeah.
Now I'll probably need some of your grease, and I don't mean like the pizza grease. I mean I need you to grease the wheels to get tickets. I don't know how you fucking get tickets.
Dude, DiGiorno is a baller. DiGiorno can get tickets anywhere. I heard
that's-
the... What?
Are we cutting there?
No, this is still going on.
Oh, okay.
Kevin, don't interrupt me when I'm talking up DiGiorno. DiGiorno can get whatever DiGiorno wants.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I do understand
If DiGiorno wants to deliver... It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno, but if DiGiorno wants to
Can
deliver...
you say the name correct? DiGiorno? What are you saying? DiGiorno.
If DiGiorno wants to deliver DeGrego to New York to see the Harry Potter, then DiGiorno could do that.
There's one man I
can
know.
do
Who,
that.
there's one, we need Broadway tickets. There's one man who can help us out here.
See Harry Potter.
SisQo, it's Greg Miller.
What's going on, Greg?
Nothing. You're live on the morning show. How are you?
Will you stop calling people?
That's always good.
It's a simple question, SisQo. I need.
What's up?
Do you know anyone on Broadway? We need to. How do you get tickets to a Broadway musical, SisQo?
Oh, Broadway music. You must be talking about what, like the Book of Mormon or something?
No, now they're bringing out. So right now you're on the Kind of Funny morning show. You've also walked into a pitch ad for DiGiorno to send Cool Greg to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child April 22nd of next year.
Oh man, you said April 22nd.
Of next year.
Is that next year? Oh, that might be able to happen.
Yeah, I don't know it. Do you know anyone at the Lyric Theater or the Ambassador Theater Group?
I know a lot of people in New York.
All right, that's a good start. That's a good
My
start.
cousin works at a very prestigious company.
Okay.
But it's in TV.
All right. Well, I think I have the internet. You have TV and music. That's about. I guess that's
Right,
other.
right.
We can do this. We can make this work. Okay.
Yeah, man. I think I might be able to. Let me make a few calls.
All right. Here's my next question for you. If we get DiGiorno to sponsor it, they send Cool Greg, they send Kevin, maybe me. Would you go with us to go see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child?
Absolutely.
That's what I just see.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Good. All right.
Not
Cool.
a shadow of a doubt. As a matter of fact, now that you done thrown DiGiorno in there, I think. How many tickets we talking here, though, man?
Who's here to say? Who's here to say? If it has to be, if we have to get it down to just you and Cool Greg see it and then come out and give us a review, I'm fine with that.
I can tell you what happened.
Cool, Greg. He's cool.
All right. Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right, SisQo, we did something good here. I'll talk to you soon.
Awesome.
All right, love you. Bye. All right, DiGiorno, there's the pitch. Cool Greg, SisQo at the very least. Kevin and me also. We go to New York. We'll cover the flights. We're not saying nothing. Unless we get the tickets for free. We'll figure it out. I don't know how sponsorships work. Tim usually does this. This is why I don't do them, because I don't understand how it works.
I don't understand it either, but I feel like DiGiorno's going to say yes to this.
They have to.
I feel like they're
Well,
gonna
how
say
could
yes
they
to it.
say no? They sent us free pizzas.
This is magic in the making.
Right. All right.
Right
good.
now.
All right.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Thanks for considering DiGiorno.
Bye, DiGiorno.
Nailed it. That's a breakout, Andy. Talk to Penguin Von Penguin. He's got it all up, I'm sure. I feel like we did a lot of good work today.
I think should we just wrap it
Doing a
up?
lot of great stuff.
Yeah.
Should we just wrap it up today?
Yeah.
One story, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, how can we top that story? You know what I mean?
I'm behind you 1,000%.
Now, here's the next story. It's from GameSpot.com. We'll get to business. Chris Pereira says Sony's E3 2017 press conference dated. You didn't cover this yesterday, right? I missed the morning show because I was moving.
I don't think so.
All right, cool. Sony has begun sending out invites for the E3 press briefing. God damn it. Confirming this year's event and time. The PlayStation E3 Media Showcase, as it's officially called, will take place on Monday, June 12th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Great Mountain Time on June 13th. Sony is headed back to the Shrine Auditorium and Expo Hall in Los Angeles, the same location as last year's event. This is the usual time slot Sony has occupied for the E3 briefing, just ahead of its conference start later in the week. Microsoft, on the other hand, has moved its standard Monday briefing back to Sunday, June 11th, when Bethesda will also have its now annual briefing. EA Play will be taking place June 10th through the 12th. This is, of course, just a programming note for you. Kind of Funny's E3 plan. The part we can tell you about, as always, is we'll be doing the pre- and post-show reaction streams for every conference from here in San Francisco, then heading down. What's wrong? You happy with that? Also, I'm kind of upset with you.
Why? What
Kind
did I
of upset
do?
with you.
Yeah, what's up? What
No one's complimented this shirt. This shirt is
Let me see
awesome.
the shirt.
It's got a lot going on.
It looks like the 80s thing.
San Francisco? That's cool. I like it. What's it from?
San Francisco.
Cool.
That t-shirt shop I like. Too much going on, you said?
Yeah, there's too many lines for how complex it
There's
is.
not that many lines. You got the 80s grid, and then you got blue with the...
Yeah, but the fact that San Francisco is made up of the black inside, so it just looks like it's made up of lines, and then the bridge is also made up of lines. It's just kind of painful to look at.
Next story. Good E3. E3's coming up. We have more stuff. GameStop continues on with their coverage. Alex Newhouse says, new E3 2017 event features panels hosted by Sony, Xbox, Bethesda, and others. This year marks the first time E3 will be open to the public, but that's not the only big change coming to the conference. Journalist and Video Game Awards host Jeff Keighley on Medium announced E3 Coliseum, a 2-day series of panels and talks from video game companies. Taking place on June 13th and 14th at The Novo at LA Live, E3 Coliseum will feature panels hosted by publishers, developers, and special guests from the broader entertainment world. Quote, the E3 Coliseum will only make E3 more exciting to fans, Jeff said, as it creates an opportunity to see the world's top game creators and special guests live on stage. Although the full speaker list has yet to be announced, Keighley confirmed that Activision, Bethesda, Gearbox, Ubisoft, Warner Bros., Square Enix, Sony, and Microsoft will all host panels. This is the first time that E3 will have live panels held during the conference. Keighley also hinted that there will be other surprises in addition to the panels and talks. If you cannot attend E3 in person, you can still watch from home. E3 Coliseum will be streamed live worldwide. Interesting.
Yeah, why is that?
This has been the big thing. E3 is open to the public this year. Okay. Last year, though, Jeff did the same kind of thing at LA Live, like an E3 that was open to the public to go see, but not E3. My thoughts on the matter are, my whole concern about E3 being open to the public since the beginning has been how much will a regular person get out of going to E3? Because again, all the cool shit's behind closed doors, then it's just pandemonium on the floor, then you have, I'm sure, kiosks being held for press, people getting bumped, all these different things. It's not PAX. I don't think they're going to treat you like PAX. But then the other side of this is, why would you need to buy the E3 pass if you're getting into this? I don't know if this is free from the get-go, if this is covered through your E3 pass. But if this is just like last year where you could walk up and see some cool shit, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
And then how good are these panels going to be? Too many questions. I don't like
Way
it.
too many questions. Should we call
Interesting that
Jeff?
there's more. No, Jeff definitely won't answer. Miller! Hangs it right up on me. I don't know, though. E3, open to the public. All right. Cool shit next to it for the public. Better. But will there be top-tier talent at this E3 Coliseum? Are you going to see Neil Druckmann shake his pretty little ass over there and talk to you about Last of Us? Or is he going to be too busy bouncing around all the different live shows and shit over there? That's my question.
Nobody knows.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Should we call Neil Druckmann?
Sony PR got real mad, even if it was just the joke. That I
Yeah,
was
they
doing.
weren't like that very much. But, YOLO.
YOLO indeed.
YOLO swag.
indeed. How are you doing?
I'm good.
I feel like you're still in the fog over here.
I'm a little in the fog.
Yeah?
I'm just typing to some people.
No, I mean, well, don't talk to the chat. You can talk to the chat by talking to the camera.
I like to let them know that sometimes they say things that aren't worth mentioning, but I like to just be like, hey, good job. Like, for instance, Letha7, the house of K, says, Kevin looks like a woodsman half the time. How can he judge any shirt? LOL. And it's true. Kevin wears a lot of flannel.
He does, yeah.
Do you see what I'm talking about? No. But sometimes you look like a lumberjack.
You look like the longshoreman.
I like to chop down wood. Maybe I am a lumberjack. Maybe that's what I identify as.
No one's upset that you're a lumberjack. No one's upset.
Well, then why are we making a big deal about it?
Well, I mean, right now you don't look like... This is part of your longshoreman outfit, because you took the hat off, but you were wearing the hat. BTWs, too. Can you open the windows?
No.
It's hot in here, man.
Yes, I'm fried.
Why are you still in a sweatshirt?
He likes to sweat.
You're comfortable, but you're hot.
He likes to sweat.
I'm not as hot.
I thought you just said it was hot.
No, you said that.
Oh, okay.
I said burn.
Dubrodson says Amy's Pizza. Amy's Pizza sucks.
It's all about DiGiorno.
This is the organic-y whatever pizza.
Fuck that
I've tried that a few times. No thanks.
Always pushes that shit on me.
There was one we were cleaning out the freezer, moving yesterday, and Jen pulled it out and was like, "Oh, I feel bad throwing this away." I was like, "Throw it away.
Yeah.
You're not eating this Amy stuff. We don't need it."
Jen said you guys are trying to be a little more healthy.
She did not say that.
And she said that she ate a salad last night and then went to bed hangry.
She did say that.
Yeah.
No. It wasn't even the hunger, I think. It was just the exhaustion of moving. Moving sucks here.
Moving
right?
does suck. I don't understand why you guys aren't just paying people to move you.
We did.
Did you?
Yeah, but still, you gotta pack it all up. Then you gotta watch them. You gotta argue with your landlord from upstairs.
What did he do? How's he doing? Is he just not doing well with this whole thing?
No. And it's just like, I'm not gonna fight. So just do whatever you want.
I feel like he just wanted you guys to live there forever.
Oh yeah, probably, totally, yeah. Now, I don't know.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how. There's multiple threads here.
There's a lot of things going on.
I'm looking over to Kevin.
Big old Kev dog?
No.
No?
Okay.
Nothing to say?
Nothing to say on this?
Nothing
I shouldn't talk about it anymore?
Just wanted a lumberjack man?
Moving on.
Outfit over there? Remember that movie?
How is this the lumberjack outfit?
I'm joking. I don't know. He
Does
said
I got brown shoes?
He said it in the freaking chat. It was hilarious.
Does I got brown shoes?
You see how funny the chat is these days?
I feel like our energy's low after calling SisQo and having Cool Greg in here.
It could have been also.
And I understand that you don't know Cool Greg as well as I know Cool Greg.
Yeah, right.
You have to understand that he has the energy and excitement levels of like a 5-year-old.
He's a beautiful
So you
creature.
presented it very much like a father who's only here. We see you every other weekend.
I'm a deadbeat dad?
We're taking you there, and I'm like, oh, I gotta be the mom and be like, I don't know.
Why do you have to crush his dreams? Why can't he be a rock star?
Because I just don't want his heart set on April 22nd. I mean, we got SisQo out there working on it. We're working on it. DiGiorno might be working on it. We've aligned the Holy Trinity. That is kind of funny. DiGiorno and SisQo. Andy, I want this to be a t-shirt. SisQo's face, the kind of funny logo, DiGiorno's pizza in a Trinity. This is another gold idea. Tim's not here, so fucking push it through.
Yeah, push it through.
We've aligned it the best we can. Energy's low.
Is energy low right now?
I feel like yours is low, so I gotta bring mine up.
Mine's super low.
I gotta bring mine up.
I'm on drugs right now.
Can we get like
And they make you sleepy.
Yell or something?
Yeah!
No, but like I want your full body in it.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna read some tips, but I'm gonna stand and do it like this.
Love that.
You are.
The Spark _ been loving kind of funny these days. Keep it up. Can you give my wife Michelle a happy birthday and also happy butthole? Can we give Nick the one on that one? Happy birthday and happy butthole.
Happy birthday. Also, happy butthole.
Michelle. I tossed in the happy butthole thing. He just wanted a happy birthday, but
she
I'm sure
gets a happy butthole too. Michelle, how's your butthole doing today?
Zelda Zeppelin. Hey guys. Greg, I played through What Remains of Edith Finch in 2 hours last night, and I can't recommend it to you enough. Must play for anyone who enjoys story-based games. Also, congrats on the wedding. Thank you. I cannot wait to play What Remains of Edith Finch.
2 hours?
It's a short one. It's Giant Sparrow. That's what I'd expect from them. Really, really stoked for it. Of course, came at a bad time. Finally releases. I just moved Jen here, getting ready for a wedding. Then all the family came. Now I'm in a house. Here's my new problem with the house.
Yeah.
The old guy who left, not old, but the old
tenant.
He might have been old. Who knows?
The previous tenant.
He didn't turn off his Comcast.
Oh.
So I called and I'm like, hey, I need to switch my cable over. And she's like, okay, well, can't do it till he turns his off. So I got no internet there.
Just plug in your stuff.
But you know how Comcast is, I'm gonna have them send a signal, and they're gonna call, well, this isn't your apartment, this isn't your account, so I'm fucked. Now we gotta call this deadbeat dad. Fucking deadbeat dads
Wait,
left and right.
really? I could have swore you could just be like, yo, I'm living here. Cancel
Yeah.
that shit.
I think you can.
That's not what the
You
woman
just have
said.
to start screaming louder and ask for
Yeah.
managers.
Just yo. Have Kevin
Well, I want
take
to do
care
it the
of
right
for you.
way. I've reached out to our building guy, who's hitting this guy up, and if it doesn't today, hell or high water, he's getting yelled at. The Comcast people. Actually, too, I should just tweet at Comcast cares.
Sure.
That's how you got it done last time.
Yeah.
Why don't you just call up the
I mean,
guy
like
that was
that's
like,
that's a sad state of affairs. That is true.
He left.
Of just like you
Oh, he
have
left?
to.
Yeah,
He's
he
not
no
working for
longer works
Comcast
there.
anymore?
I
But I
don't
still
think so.
DM Comcast cares.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Drew Wizzle. I have my
Wizzle.
accounting final in like 2 hours, but fuck it, you guys are more entertaining. You're goddamn right. Fuck your finals. Don't go to school anymore, kids.
No.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't
Go
do
to
it.
school. You finish your shit.
From what I understand, they are about to pass a healthcare bill that takes care of everybody. So you
Yeah,
have to worry
we're
about
good. We're golden
No,
on that
we're all
one.
Fucked.
it. Mem Birdman. Speaking of, we gotta get Jen healthcare. Mem Birdman.
Got it.
You know why we say may the fourth be with you? We like to pretend first, second, and third don't exist, Smiley. Come on, Greg. Give me some sweet, nasty Watto. Annie. I was good to your mother.
Eddie.
They made me a horse.
Eddie.
I gotta find
got
that. We have that clip somewhere. Because that unboxing never went live, right?
What unboxing?
The Watto impression stems from me and Tim doing a Lego Star Wars unboxing at IGN that we never ever put up.
Yeah.
I think it's on.
I built those Legos.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. Fastball 13Z. Third month in a row using the Prime free sub. Grats on marriage, Greg. And Nick, can I get a butthole? Can we get a 1 for Nick, Kevin?
Bottle. Great.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Good job, everyone. Good morning. Sean.
Remember, everybody, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. You have a free sub to give out to us.
dying.
To anybody, but you can give it to us. Every month you have to use it or you lose it, and you have to resub it every month. And here's what I keep saying. Amazon's taken all your money. It's time to take it back from them.
Take it back.
It's time to take it back from them.
Take
Why
it
do you
back.
always shake your head no at this? You've given Amazon money, Kevin, period. End of statement.
I mean, I've gotten stuff in return. They didn't just take it.
But they get there's a service charge there. They make some money.
Sure. Not much, though.
Sure, but well, that $5 isn't much to big old Amazon, especially when people are asleep at the wheel, not taking them. Now you gotta take them. Take it back. Take it. Fit the Gamer. Thank you, gents, over at Kinda Funny. You've got me through many hard times and have inspired me and some friends to start our own YouTube channel. Shameless plug, youtube.com/user/fitthegamer.
Good job.
There it is. They got a private Alex O'Neill's on this channel. Blah. Oh.
Asshole. What an asshole.
Irrational patience. Click on that private chat with Alex. I want to see how they do this. They Skype them in. They got a budget. They flying people around. They got DiGiorno's. Did DiGiorno sponsor this and not us sending Greg to
I
New
want
York?
DiGiorno to sponsor my life, and I'll just only eat DiGiorno's.
What are you? Oh, hold on 2 seconds. I'll
Yeah.
get to you in a fucking second.
Yeah.
Go. All right. So it's just audio. That's great. Everybody go check it out. Alex O'Neill's a good kid. Check out Irrational Passions too. But right now, check out Fit the Gamer. What are you doing?
I'm looking up the Sense 8 show that people are watching.
Who's watching this?
I don't know, just all over my Twitter for some reason.
Why are you on Twitter right now?
Because I like to stay connected, Craig.
I hate you. Mike strikes back.
Read the tips.
Would love for you guys to check out my new podcast, People Playing Games, on your favorite podcast service. Cool interviews with gaming folks every week. Thanks for the great content. That's People Playing Games. Everybody check it out on your podcast services.
PPG.
Also subscribe to this thing. Even if
Sure.
you watch it live, go subscribe to it, rate it. Unless you don't like this show, then I would ask, why are you watching it live? Don't
weird.
bother. Don't worry about it. Fargo Brady 45, Greg. Watching this week's Gamecast made me wonder, would 2K ever make a deal with Xbox to have Borderlands 3 be an exclusive? That would potentially be a kick in the ass to move some units. Talking about Xbox. I don't know. I doubt it. It depends how much money they could throw behind it, of course. But remember for a while, it seemed like third-party console exclusives were dead. Now, and I'm not saying they're booming right now, but we have more of them than you thought there'd be. But yeah, Xbox would have to throw a lot of money behind it. It wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd definitely play it. Mr. Mick Sweaty. Greg, I have a crucial question for the extra perspirant dilemma.
What?
Antiperspirant. Oh, extra perspirant. Yeah, he's talking about sweating. If you apply antiperspirant at night, do you shower in the morning? Does said application not get washed away? Asking for a friend, smiley emoticon. So this is the big problem with using the certain dry roll-on at night, is that then I go shower and it feels weird to leave the house without anything on.
Do you
What?
scrub underneath your pits? Do you scrub
Yeah,
the
I scrub everything
Chewbacca's?
now the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
But you put it on at night.
Yeah, well, it's not deodorant, it's antiperspirant.
Right.
And that's the way you're supposed to use antiperspirant, apparently. It works. It's weird. And then at some point during the day when I'm under the hot lights, I eventually do one of these. And then I go and I apply a little bit.
Not a stinky pinky?
Yeah, just a little bit. Not stinky pinky.
Jesus.
You little stinky pinky?
I don't want to do the stinky pinky.
All right. Kevin knows what I'm talking about. Actually, Kevin doesn't smell. Kevin is weird. It's weird. He puts out a lot of moisture into the room, but it doesn't smell.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
true.
I'll give you that. Looking around here. We're getting ready to strike in DiGiorno, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
make sure
no.
we're all
I
right
feel
there.
like us and DiGiorno, kind of a match made in heaven.
100%.
If you know what I mean. Like,
do.
I would make out with DiGiorno a little bit. And I wouldn't tell my wife.
She wouldn't care.
She wouldn't give a shit.
I mean, she'd come home and smell the cheese on you, but...
She'd be like,
What else
did you have DiGiorno today? And I'm like, babe, it's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
I did. I cheated on you
I
with the
cheated
pizza.
on you with
I cheated with
pizza.
pizza.
I made out with a pizza. I'm sorry.
GameSpot.com! Chris Pereira has a little deal for you. Free PlayStation 4 camera included with PlayStation VR right now. At least 2 retailers in the US are now offering what amounts to a $60 discount for anyone looking to pick up a PlayStation VR headset for PS4. Both Amazon and GameStop, online only, are throwing in the PlayStation 4 camera, which is required to use PlayStation VR for free right now with the purchase of a $400 PSVR headset via WarA64. The camera costs $6 on its own and can be had, blah, 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 bundles and what. What are you laughing at?
Nolan386 says, Nick, you used to say he smelled like chorizo. I don't remember saying that ever.
Well, no, because it was
Yeah,
when
you
he
said
ate the
that a whole
chorizo
bunch.
sandwich, the Starbucks chorizo sandwiches,
Oh,
right?
that's
Oh
right.
shit,
You would-
that was so good.
That's
I
what you
do
used to
have
get.
a-
You
I
used to
have-
get the chorizo sandwiches, and then Tim used to get that salad that smelled like bum.
No,
No,
that was
I
also
also got
Kevin.
the
That was
you
also,
also got that one. Okay.
You
yeah.
always said that sandwich smelled like a homeless person. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that one time I got the salad with the salmon in it?
Yeah.
And you made
And
me throw it out?
You took it into my car, and I was like, no, you're not driving in my
Such
car with
a
that thing.
child.
It smelled so bad.
It was delicious, though.
I bet it tasted good, but it smelled like funky ass.
No, it didn't. It smelled like fish.
That's what funky ass smells like.
No, it doesn't. Jesus Christ.
Well, maybe
wash
you've never
your ass.
smelled good enough funky ass.
Over on the PlayStation blog, Katsura Hashino.
Yeah,
Thank you. Hashi Neo.
you're past it now.
Well, I know, but Japanese is good when you break it down. Per Schneider once said they use short syllables, so do it that way and it works. So it'd be ha, she, no. There you go. But I don't like doing that when I'm talking. Power through the first time. Anyways, Katsura, game director over at Persona 5, put up a lovely little letter, a special thank you from Atlas to the fans. I know you're all fans, so I thought I'd read it in its entirety, while Nick giggles at whatever he's giggling.
Nice. People are quoting me from, you're like, why are you on Twitter? And I was like, I like to stay connected.
As a developer, I'm very happy to hear that Persona 5 is being played by so many people overseas. To be honest, it's really hard to gauge its popularity in the West when our team's in Japan. We're not able to see everyone's comments and discussion. It's great to interact with fans abroad, but sadly, I'm stuck in the development room slurping instant ramen. Ha! Persona 5 is a very Japanese story with some political aspects to it, so I couldn't imagine how Western players would react to it. I did, however, know that Persona 5 was highly anticipated by gamers overseas, even back when we were developing the game, so I was curious to see how it would be received. I'm going off on a tangent here, but I think that traditional Japanese superhero stories tend to be about fighting off invaders from outside their society, while Western ones focus on fighting against villains and misfits that come from within. There's a sense of society being responsible for creating this evil, and such a setting lets the audience's imaginations run like it could have been me. For instance, doesn't the Joker and Batman make some valid points that resonate with you? Persona 5 is also a superhero story in which you fight villains that are born from within society. So I thought that it might be received differently than the previous entries. Of course, it could have missed the mark completely and been criticized for it. So my anticipation and anxiety were split half and half. Since the game just launched in the West, I'd like to look back on it at a later time, once I receive feedback from the Western audience, how their gameplay experiences were, what kinds of things they felt, etc. I hope that the tale of Persona 5 will leave a lasting impression on everyone who plays it. No matter what kind of project I take on going forward, I love creating RPGs that are both moving and relatable regardless of cultural differences. In fact, I'm most interested in strengthening those aspects right now. Last year, with the milestone of the Persona series' 20th anniversary, I handed off the series development to my successors and announced the start of my new RPG project that takes place in a fantasy world. Be it a game set in modern day like Persona and Shin Megami Tensei series, or a game set in a new fantasy world, I aim to create games that provide an invaluable experience of reflecting on oneself through a journey while role-playing as characters that players can deeply relate to. These efforts are only made possible thanks to the positive reception we receive from fans, not just in Japan but worldwide, of the Persona series and Atlas RPGs in general. I appreciate all of your support for the newest entry in the Persona series, and I hope that everyone will enjoy the new Atlas RPGs to come. I thought that was a lovely little letter.
That's really nice.
Not a lot of people go out of their way, you know what I mean?
Did you platinum this yet?
No.
You going to?
No, I'm not gonna platinum it for sure. It's my concern is always, beating it, because it's that thing of like Switch pulled me away, and then last night, exhausted after the move, I was trying to watch Time Bandits. Gavin, our friend Gavin,
not an easy movie to watch when you're tired.
Our friend Gavin Hammond sent it to me. He's like, here you go, Criterion Collection, very nice. We popped it in, but then I was like, maybe I should play something. I'm like,
we're like, whoa.
No, it's good. I want to get back to it, but I was like, you know how you're like,
it's
woozy,
very
you're like,
British
you're
and
tired.
very 80s.
Yeah. And so it was like, I want to play something, and it was like, I got the PlayStation 4 connected. I'm like, but are my saves sunk right now? Do I have the right saves for Persona? And then I was also like, I'm not gonna. I need to jump in with a lot of time, not 15 minutes. So then I just went and popped into Mario Kart, played a little bit there.
You're really into Mario Kart.
Love Mario Kart. I'm the best player in the office. Andy Cortez, second best player in the office. What do you have to say?
What is the Criterion Collection? What does it do?
The Criterion Collection? They preserve movies at the highest quality. So it's like a bunch of DVDs and each format has then now. So they used to be DVDs when DVDs were new,
right? And
they did Blu-rays when no one was doing it. And so
I know their covers look awesome.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of movies that it's I think it's a group that they pick movies and they're like these 10 movies are being added to the Criterion Collection.
Kevin.
Yo.
He's nailed it. Good job. Criterion has a bunch of good Kevin Smith things. I put in a new one after the Persona thank you. We need to open it right now.
Give me a second.
We need to open it right now!
I'm going!
Huh?
The digital link?
Yeah. How are you this slow at opening the fucking link and putting on?
I don't know, man. Go fuck yourself. How's that? Is this the one?
That's a different one. That's the one I just put on there.
God damn it, Nick!
Well, I thought it was a good link. It was a good story. Delta staff tell California couple.
No, we're not doing that. Penguin
okay.
Von Penguin tweeted out.
Which one is it?
Hey, DiGiorno Pizza. Hey, I just talked about a Twitter link. You think it's the Twitter one? Is there a link in there that says twitter.com/DiGiorno Pizza /
Let's slow it down, everybody.
I hate you!
Because DiGiorno's probably watching and we don't want them to think we're dysfunctional assholes.
There it is. Penguin Von Penguin clipped out the thing that Andy's still going to clip out and put up. You're still clipping this fucking shit out.
Andy's
once it's
living a life of fucking leisure over there.
Now DiGiorno Pizza says counter proposal game over, Greggy. Send us a DM when you talk about Kind of Funny Live 3.
Wait, does that mean, is that a hard no for next year, or?
I mean, I don't think, we're starting a relationship.
I don't think it's a hard no. Yeah, we're just on a first date right now, Kevin. We may or may not get to second base today.
I'm thinking about marriage, is all I'm saying.
You are always thinking, you're thinking too far down. You're going to scare DiGiorno off.
What's second base?
Second base is heavy petting, I think.
Yeah.
You're making a heavy petting over the close.
Yeah.
Heavy petting over.
Third base, blowjobs and above. Or no,
Yeah.
hand jobs. Hand jobs.
I would
Second
think-
base can be hand jobs.
I think second base could be the
What is
HJ as well.
fingers in the butthole?
That's third base for sure.
No, that's outside the park.
That's you might have gotten arrested and you're in jail. Okay.
All right. We sent the link.
Why would you put a link in the fucking middle of a bunch of links?
Because that's where we just
Put
left
it at the
off, so I
top.
could very easily say, hey, right after the story we just did.
But I'm not following that. Put it at the top. Oh, wait, let's
I mean, why
make that
can't
a
you
new
just listen to
policy.
simple instructions where I was like, it's right after. I said the story.
I don't know
too.
what story we stopped at.
I
'cause
said
that
what story it was. I
25
said
minutes
what
ago.
story it was.
But what shrine did you just do?
Well, this is his whole thing. Have you heard Kevin Quella's big pitch?
What's his big
He
pitch?
wants to get just all he's looking for in Mario Kart is to get better than you, so he can beat you all the time.
Yeah.
But all he does is go home and play Zelda.
Yeah, you gotta
I
you
can't
gotta
help it.
train, bro.
Zelda's really good.
It's very good. They're both very good games.
Don't fucking sit here and judge me for what I play.
How far
Don't
behind Nick in
explain-
skill are you?
Oh, I mean significantly.
In Mario Kart?
Yeah.
He's pretty far behind me in skill.
Yeah,
But
really?
Yeah. I mean, if you remember the one
I
only
can't
time I
imagine
played
you being decent at Mario Kart.
the one only time I played you, I beat you.
No, that does not happen in Mario
100%
Kart.
true.
That did not
I mean
happen.
that is
did.
factually. I
Turn
mean,
it on.
he is the champ.
Boot it up. Boot it up right
I'm
now.
not saying
tough
right
guy.
now. I'm just
It's
saying
going.
the
You
one.
gotta press a button.
We played twice. You beat me, and then I got first. In
Oh,
the
so you're
race.
not talking about a Grand Prix?
No,
you're
not a
talking
Grand
about
Prix. I'm just saying racing.
That still doesn't sound correct.
It's 100%. Right before you started,
I think that's
we
right.
all sat down.
Right before I started?
I got first place. I threw the controller onto the ground.
Greg, what have you
Champion,
done for
and I walked away.
What have you done?
I beat your ass twice today.
Whoa, whoa,
Woo! He's talking about facts that are true.
whoa. Whoa. Prove it.
It was streamed before this stream.
No one was watching that.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's true. No, we have like 600 people that can maybe prove it.
Whatever, you can play me today, but you just know that I'm whacked out on pain meds.
No, you said you weren't. You're only on
so
anti-inflammatory.
I'm whacked out on inflammatories.
He doesn't even remember taking them.
They cause dizziness and drowsiness. I should not be driving today.
Yeah.
Having said that,
He's right.
I will drive us all to Chipotle if that's where we want to go to lunch.
Oh, we went yesterday.
Or unless DiGiorno is serious about this relationship, in which case
We have pizzas here from DiGiorno already.
holler at your boy.
He already did that though. We literally have pizzas now.
Where am I right now?
I
IGN.com.
think you're about to lose your title.
Alex Gilliadov. Aquaman logo revealed as DC Film starts production. Warner Brothers has revealed the official logo for its upcoming Aquaman solo film to celebrate the start of production. The film's logo sports the iconic trident with bold white lettering. Check out the image below. Director James Wan. He's Fast and Furious guy too, right? Also, recently shared a photo from the film to do the production will take place in Australia at the Village Roadshow Studios in Queensland, as well as Newfoundland, Sicily, and Tunisia. The film, set to open in theaters December 21st, 2018, and stars Jason Momoa in the title role. We've gone through the cast is crazy. You know what I mean?
I mean, we'll see.
The rest of the cast includes Amber Heard as Mara, Willem Dafoe as Volko, they're just making up names. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II as Black Manta, Patrick Wilson as Orm/Ocean Master, and Nicole Kidman as Atlanta. Kidman recently spoke about why she joined it. Dolph Lundgren also recently joined as King Nereus,
Yeah, he did.
the leader of the rival colony.
Fuck
of the Naxians.
yes.
Lots going on. I wonder if this movie will be good. More concerned about Wonder Woman right now. Justice League, right around the corner.
God, man, I don't even want to say I have high hopes for Wonder
That last trailer we watched on Tuesday, I was like, that actually was good. That was a
Yeah.
good trailer. I'm into that.
trailers traditionally have been excellent.
Yeah.
The great thing is, we all know that if a trailer's great, the movie has to be great, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works. So
It's never failed us before. with
no,
the
it's
DC
never
film.
failed. Remember how amazing the trailers were for the new Ghostbusters?
No, those I knew were bad. That was
great.
really
And that
troublesome.
movie really delivered.
The DC ones are the ones that trick you.
It's true. Wait, where are you seeing that image?
We're on the next story.
No, not that one. There was the image of the film slate.
Oh, sorry,
I crazy?
it was yesterday's. We didn't actually do it though.
No, it's okay. I'll look it up.
What is it?
No, there it is. It's
Oh, okay.
James Gunn. Or what's his name? No.
James Wan.
James
James
Wan.
Wan, that's it.
Similar people.
Right there, looks like they're on a
That's
submarine.
awesome.
Yeah.
Code name Ahab.
That's cute.
Ahab. Oh, that's fun. What a fun life he lives.
Next story comes from Variety. Todd Spangler says Netflix streams more debt as investors wait to see payoff. Scary stuff, as always. Can't scroll. No, I can't. Here it comes. Netflix is again going deeper into hock. In the streaming service's latest move to cover its massive global content costs, Netflix this week closed $1.4 billion in new debt financing, adding to its $3.37 billion in existing long-term obligations. It's the third time in little more than 2 years that Netflix has raised more than $1 billion in debt financing. But the company's mounting debt and content payment obligations have raised a new question on Wall Street. When will Netflix take its foot off the gas pedal? Quote, "You can't spend like this on programming forever," said Michael Nathanson, principal at MoffettNathanson, who expects Netflix to shell out $8 billion in cash for content in 2017. When do they feel they've built the perfect scale and can slow it down? The company has reassured investors that it isn't excessively leveraged, noting in its first quarter letter to shareholders that it has a debt-to-market cap ratio of less than 10%, far smaller than that of industry peers. But that doesn't account for Netflix's current obligations, the billions in payment for programming over a period of several years. The figure stood at $15.3 billion at the end of the first quarter, more than double that of the same quarter 3 years earlier. A whopping $8.4 billion of that, $15.3 billion, isn't reflected on Netflix's balance sheets. To finance the latest debt offering, a Netflix representative said the company is targeting non-U.S. lenders because European interest rates are attractive. Moreover, the rep said, Netflix is a global company and we want to have access to global capital markets. The company's hypothesis, it needs to spend big now to keep the customer growth engine humming before it can reach cruising speed and live within its means. So far, execs have sold that story to the investment community, and nobody on Wall Street is worried that Netflix is becoming over-leveraged. The market is surprisingly comfortable with Netflix's balance sheet, Nathanson said. What do you think, Nick? Are they ever going to turn a profit here?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're angling at on this.
Yeah.
This has been their strategy for a very long time, and they're very good at it. They've been aggressively going after content, and now it actually seems like they've been shifting gears and producing a lot of content in-house, which is notably more expensive. I don't know. I mean, I hope they can. Because right now they're in a battle, and they've
Yeah.
got Amazon nipping at their heels. So
Sure.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm sure Amazon's probably in the same, but I'm sure there's another story somewhere out there that just says that Amazon's in the exact same boat, where they're just dumping money into this.
Well, the problem
it's
is
a
though,
long-term
that
strategy.
Amazon makes so much money elsewhere.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I mean?
Amazon, if you remember correctly, only started turning a profit as of a few years ago.
But that's the thing is, like, I feel like Netflix has this and that's it. You know what I mean? Whereas
They do.
Amazon is like, that's always the rumor where it's like Disney might buy Netflix or something, where that makes sense to bring it into a company that's
Yeah.
making revenue somewhere else.
Well, if I had to bet on the two, if I had to bet on one or the other, Netflix and Amazon, my money would be on Amazon. Not because I think they
100%.
produce better content, just because Amazon has a lot more different revenue streams for that. I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting strategy. I trust them. They make great content, and great content is king. So we'll see what happens.
It all makes sense if Netflix. It all makes sense. This is people not panicking and whatever. If Netflix successfully signs up millions more users and keeps them. If subscriber levels start to taper off, though, in worst case scenario, Netflix would be forced to raise prices again. While that would obviously stifle subscriber growth, hiking rates by $1 per month would generate an incremental $1.2 billion in cash per year, giving the company enough money to cover content obligations and pay down debt over a few years, said Wedbush securities analyst Michael Pachter. We know Michael Pachter. What up? The analyst, who has a sell rating on the stock, doesn't see extreme risk in Netflix's model per se. The danger, he said, is that the pricey content won't resonate with customers. I think they're spending way too much, Pachter said, and have little to show for it.
Interesting.
Very interesting to see what's going to happen with Netflix.
There will be a tipping point at some point.
Yeah, but that's how I feel with all of them, right? We always talk about all these, these Uber and Amazon and Netflix, these things we use all the time but aren't generating millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah,
like,
they're
what
just trying to get
happens?
as much market share as humanly possible, and then eventually start. I mean, that was Amazon's strategy for a very long time, and it ended up paying off, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They started putting out, their strategy was put all the brick and mortar stores out to pasture, and they'll eventually reign king, and they reign supreme, and they are.
Yeah.
Which is fortunate, I guess, if you're an Amazon user. Unfortunate if you're a mom and pop brick and mortar store.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I read a random article in the paper saying that one of the last video stores in the Bay Area just closed. Sad.
Which one was it?
It was out in Pacifica. I forget what it was called. But
Gotcha.
they had like thousands of DVDs, and they finally had to close.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Fuck them.
Right?
The train of progress
Get
rolls
on
through, Andy.
progress, or
You
get
want to get
off
rolled
the
over by
train.
the train?
No.
No, you don't.
By the way, I like how we're having this quasi-intellectual discussion about the current state of streaming technology
Yeah.
and streaming infrastructure and lending and borrowing. And Andy's just over there strumming his sixth string.
Yeah.
Like he's
I'm waiting on a
El
render.
Mariachi.
How much time you got on the minute?
About 14 minutes.
All right.
Over at IGN.com, let's stick with the streaming. Alex Gilyadov. Hulu gives Marvel's Runaways a series order, renews The Handmaid's Tale. Kev, you want to show that image? You already are. Good job, buddy. Here's the story. Hulu has greenlit Marvel's Runaways for a full season, with the 10-episode drama set to premiere in 2018. According to the streaming service's announcement, the team behind the OC and Gossip Girl will serve as executive producers and co-showrunners
Damn.
on the series.
That's a 1-2 punch right there.
Hell yeah.
Did you watch the OC?
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I
Fuck
love
yeah, I
the
watched the OC. You kidding me?
What you say?
This story, based on Brian K. Vaughan's comic of the same name, follows 6 teams
Thanks,
who
Andy.
unite against a common foe, their parents. It stars. I'm not gonna go through this. Sorry. Whole bunch of people. Whole bunch of people. whole
Show
bunch
of
of
hands,
people.
does anyone watch things on Hulu? I don't understand how Hulu's a thing
I
still.
started The Path. The
Yeah.
last thing I watched on Hulu was probably Fargo season 1.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I'm not talking shit about Hulu at all. I don't have enough time in the day for another platform like that. And people talk it up.
I was using it for Seinfeld a lot.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of their big things that they've ever Seinfeld. Yeah, I think it's more people who are using it who watch TV. I feel like I don't know. It feels like
create stuff?
the people who are watching it like, oh, I catch whatever show on it the day after when it posts or whatever. But it's just like,
If you missed fucking Gotham or whatever.
yeah. But I don't know.
just
Maybe I'm going to
DVRing
spoil
that.
the Xfinity service from Comcast. But they have it all on demand.
Yeah, it's all there.
You
I
know,
don't need
I'm
it.
not worried about missing new TV.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Watch that a lot on there too.
Yeah. Yeah, my thing with my Hulu started and stopped. I remember watching it once in a while at my desk at work for something. And then when they launched the Hulu paid service way back in the day, I was like, oh, cool, I'll give this a shot. And then I got my first commercial with Dave Fennoy's voice. And I was like, wait, I just paid you. And I was like, oh, no, these ads are still in there. I was like, oh, no.
Go fuck yourself.
You could pay $3 more bucks to not have ads.
Oh, now you can't. You couldn't do it back then. That was the whole thing. Yeah.
So it's like $11 for the full service with no ads.
Yeah. And before you get the chance to chat, I know people when I've had this conversation before, people like to turn it around on us. well, I pay kind of funny money. I still get ads on the Patreon episodes. Remember, we promise you early access, not ad-free content.
But I think that's what they promised too. Early, like veiled access.
Not. Well, I mean, when they first started, it was not early access to a show that hadn't aired yet.
No, not early in that sense, but like you get it before any of the non-Hulu, like Prime or whatever the hell it's called. People get
I mean, back in the day, that wasn't what it was.
Yeah.
Maybe it is now.
People in the chat are saying there's 0 ads now. Fire Native says, "What's cable?" ? Is that like a home phone ?
I don't know how many fucking services you signed up to.
So cool in advance.
When you start trying to cut the cord, it catches up real quick.
It does. That's what people are saying. People are saying a lot of people don't have cable anymore, so that's why they like Hulu. They enjoy Hulu and Netflix and Amazon, so they can stay current with shows. It makes sense. That makes sense to me.
Next story from another comic I don't think any of us read.
Yep.
Over at IO9, the royal family unites in the first look at Marvel's Inhumans TV show. There's those people. We've seen the casting news, we've seen the set pictures, we've even seen the poster, but now it's time to get our first look at the stars of Marvel's long-in-the-works adaptation of Inhumans. And, well, you can see for yourself. Released through Entertainment Weekly this morning, it's the first look. It unites Black Bolt, Medusa, Crystal, Maximus, Karnak, and Gorgon. Sadly, still no Lockjaw in sight, even though we know he's coming to the show.
All of your favorites.
Wasn't this the guy that played the porcupine guy in X3?
Maybe. That's Ramsey off to the right, right?
Yeah.
Good for you.
No.
This is like, the thing though, of just like, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a Marvel guy, but I'm like, if you're stoked for the Inhumans, there you go. Just like if you're stoked for Runaways.
This was supposed to be a movie at one point, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. This doesn't look like it's coming up.
Maybe we shouldn't do this.
Yeah. The upcoming interview with showrunner Scott Buck, who is also showrunner on Netflix Iron Fist series, also offers a few details about the series. Buck describes the Inhumans as a family drama with one big story driving the whole series across the Inhuman city of Atelier? Hinted at as being off-planet by Buck, as it has been seen several times in the comics and Earth. Buck also warns that not really expecting much crossover with his fellow show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which has also dealt with the rising Inhuman population in Marvel's shared universe. All right.
Cool.
Go get him. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., another one I don't watch. Hard to believe. You tell little Greg, there'd be all these superhero shows and he doesn't watch like any of them. There's not enough time. Not enough quality.
Yeah, it's useless.
A lot of the chat seems to love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Really?
Yeah.
No, see, here's the deal. They always try to get you back, right?
It's good now.
Started off bad, got good, and then...
Just watch the first 4 seasons.
No, what people are like, you skip seasons 1, 2, and 3, watch half of season 4, then skip the rest of season 4. It's really good. No, that's not how TV works. It's like when people try to get back into Arrow. Arrow.
Yeah.
Still going.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just too much stuff now.
Too much stuff.
Too much stuff. Did they? And here's the thing. I've never heard a cut and dry answer to who the fuck Agent Coulson is on this show anymore.
He's a
The robot, right?
No, he's not a robot. They they basically saved him. It is the Agent Coulson, but they brought him back to life. So he's like some sort of weird zombie Coulson.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I watched that episode and then I was like, this is dumb. So they had to rebuild his brain and rebuild his memories and shit like that. And so he's kind of the same person, but kind of not. But also haunted by his past because he kind of died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think we'll see him in a Marvel movie again?
That's my thing. Is for me, I think that is your best indicator of how little that fucking show matters to the actual plot line of the stories, that they've never done that. They've never had a moment where Captain America's like, Coulson? You know what I mean? Or any of that shit. He was a main character in these movies and he just doesn't ever come back now and do anything. Are they waiting for a big reveal? Yeah? Is he, what are they going to do with him, you think?
Not what's good to this.
Give me your pitch.
Has Arrow ever been good?
He'll just pop out and everybody will it's Agent Coulson! And that's it.
He just comes
Coulson!
He just shoots fucking, what's the guy? Thanos right in the back of the head.
The big what?
The big guy. The big blue guy.
I think you said the
purple,
Pussycat.
What's new Pussycat? People are asking if Arrow was ever good. Yeah, the first 2 seasons were really good.
Yeah, Arrow used to be good.
And then they decided to give in and...
God, that Deathstroke season.
Was that good?
Yeah, that was so good. Remember that season?
Yeah, but then they started they did some weird shit with the characters.
Well, sure, yeah.
People are asking if we've watched Legion yet. No, we have not watched Legion yet.
Too much stuff. It's too much stuff going on.
I
gotta play video games at some point.
You got a lot of VH1 behind music to catch up on.
A lot of VH1.
Jesus Christ, need to know what happened to Guns N' Roses.
Going
to
North Carolina Sunday for a secret project. I think I'm gonna put a whole bunch of Flash on the iPad because I'm way behind on Flash.
Yeah.
Do that, play some kart. Hone my skills. Started the mirror races last night,
The what race? Oh, the mirror.
Mirror race.
Here's what I'm annoyed about.
Lay it on me. What are you annoyed about? Come over here and tell us what you're annoyed about.
The Fargo seasons are not on the FX app. You know, you use
that's
your
annoying.
FX
Yeah,
app.
that's
you
big
log
annoying.
in with your DirecTV
Sure.
login or whatever.
Yeah.
Fargo season 1 and 2 are not on the FX app. But like you can watch Legion and you can watch everything else. But I figured season 3 might have like, hey, we just heard the episode. Here it is. That's what USA did with Mr. Robot. Fargo and FX do not. Maybe like movie studios have something to say about it. I don't know.
Maybe.
Not happy about it.
Maybe the city of Fargo has something to say about it.
Yeah, let me get a little.
Strum something good for me here. I'm gonna read your final story you added late here from dailymail.co.uk. Delta staff tell California couple they could be jailed and lose their children if their son, too, doesn't give up his seat as they are ejected from a flight in a row overbooking. A California couple were told that they'd be sent to jail if they did not give up their 2-year-old son's seat on a Delta flight, they have claimed. Brian and Brittany Shear alleged that they were also told their child would be taken from them and now demanded an apology in the latest controversy around overbooked flights in the U.S. Oh, it is the latest one. Mr. Shear claims a member of the airline staff told him, "You have to give up the seat or you're going to jail. Your wife is going to jail and they'll take their kids from you, take your kids from you, not their kids." They were due to travel from Hawaii to Los Angeles last week when they were told to relinquish the seats of young son Grayson. Mrs. Shear told ABC, "As a mother, you have a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. It doesn't matter whether that's true or false. It put fear in me." They were told Grayson, who had a car seat on top of his seat, would have to sit on one of his parents' knees. After a long debate, they agreed to this, but say they were told to get off the plane. They did not get a refund, Mr. Shear said, and they were forced to book a hotel room that night before buying 3 more plane tickets the following day. They filmed the encounter with airport staff and posted it to YouTube. Mr. Shear is heard asking staff members, I'm going to be in jail?" Mr. Shear can be heard stating, "Well, you should have thought of that before you oversold the flight. I bought that seat." He told CBS 2, "We never thought it was going to get to the point where they were actually getting us all off the flight." As we were
Wait,
leaving
hold
the-
on a second. The chat is blowing up like fucking idiots. Like, you guys pick on me all day, and now they think they can do this shit? What am I supposed to do? Like, there's a lag. We have no issue at all on this side. I'm sorry. Just the chat is, like, telling me to do my job and to stop playing Zelda. I've been, like, there's nothing I can do on this end. Just wanted to shout at them.
Good job, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
All our numbers are normal over there?
Everything is normal.
So it's
Literally
Twitch's
all
problem.
I can, yeah.
Everybody tweet at Twitch. Don't yell at Kevin. Everybody, I now demand you all apologize to Kevin in the chat, and
That's
we will
true.
wait until you have all apologized.
Now, I have not verified whether or not this is a real story. I assume it is, but
It's on the Daily Mail. When were they ever on?
I don't know. Is this a real place? People just tweet this at me.
Huh?
Let's Google this.
No, no, yeah. I don't know what's going on.
You never know. Yeah, it seems real.
Some guy says it's fake, but I'm waiting for them to apologize to Kevin.
Is it fake? It's on the LA Times.
Maybe it's at San Francisco server.
Maybe.
So I should probably not jump in here and tell the chat to keep making fun of Kevin.
No, don't do that. That's bad.
Okay. We're sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Why are they still saying?
I'm guessing it's not even, they can't even, they haven't even seen it.
Yeah, that's so funny. I guess it.
So YouTube people see all this though, right?
Yeah.
Have they not seen any of this?
No, they're all like still just screaming at Kevin.
This stream is unwatchable. What's it look like? Let's see.
It's unbearable.
I mean, for the most part, the numbers are stable. There was just a weird dip right now.
Don't worry, I'm spamming them out. That's what they get.
It looks good here.
Pick on me all day, and now they think they can do this shit. What am I supposed to do?
Oh wow, it really is behind.
Well, that's not what they're bitching about though. They're bitching about it buffering and crashing.
It must be lagging between. Like, it'll probably lag out in a minute.
I'm still gonna wait. Now it's catching up. I'm waiting for the apologies.
All right. Well, should I like read more tips?
I know we're waiting for the apologies 'cause now it's catching up. There you go. Now they're coming. Now the apologies are coming for Big Dog. Now everyone's super offended. He called us idiots.
fucking bunch of idiots.
We're all
We can't
hanging
see
out,
that
being
shit.
best friends. Giving you can shit on Kevin, he can't shit back at you.
I think that is the
I
relationship.
can punch Nick in the back as hard as I want. He can't take it.
That would be a bad thing.
Everybody chill out. There you go. There's an apology from Twitcher95.
No, but so I don't know what's happening with Twitch. Like, is this current?
Is what
Or,
current?
Like, what's going on right now? Are we 15 seconds delayed, or are we full 5 minutes delayed?
I think we're in the future.
I mean, yeah, you, me, Greg. We're
We're here in the future.
Yeah.
Anything can happen right now.
Buffering is super crazy. Joey just.
Big ol' SisQo's looking into this cursed child thing, so don't worry about it. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kinda Funny Morning Show each and every weekday here on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. We come to you with the nerdy news you need to know about before jumping into the chat. Just your questions, comments, and concerns. In between those two segments, I reach into the internet, grab a code, toss it to one of you. How do you win? It's simple. Be in the chat like so many of you are right now, and you're all fired up like a beehive. Pain and pain.
Beehive, pain, and pain. Is that what that was?
Yeah.
What was it supposed to be before it came out?
Covered in.
Covered in honey?
I got hung up. I got hung up on what it was going to be covered in.
I understand.
So I got out of control there.
I understand.
Yeah. Anyways, be in the chat like you are right now, or be a subscriber. There's 3 ways to enter, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not here. Maybe you're watching on youtube.com/kindafunny later, where the buffering doesn't matter. Maybe you're listening on a podcast service around the globe where the buffering wouldn't matter as well. So there's 3 ways to win if you don't want to ever be here. Number 1, subscribe to us on Twitch. It's simple. If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, you could give us a free one, or you could use your hard-earned money. What you do is you come in, you subscribe, then you're entered into everything. You don't have to be here for any of the giveaways. You get the Kinda Funny logo next to your name. You get the cool emotes, private chat time. You get to play multiplayer games with us, and you get the show ad-free unless we bake them in, which we're about to do. But you wouldn't get the ads pre and post if you had to keep refreshing your stream like some people have to do. You could also go to patreon.com/kindafunny or patreon.com/kindafunnygames. Support us at the $2 level, and you are entered into every giveaway we ever do without ever having to be here. Congratulations. Today, we're going to give away Warhammer Quest on the Xbox One.
Great game.
But first, I need to tell you that the giveaway is brought to you by MVMT Watches. That's Movement. Movement was founded on the belief that style shouldn't break the bank. The watchmaker's goal is to change the way consumers think about fashion by offering high-quality, minimalist products at revolutionary prices. Movement watches start at just $95. At a department store, you're looking at $400 to $500. Movement figured out that by selling online, they were able to cut out the middleman and retailer markup, providing the best possible price. You can get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mvmtwatches.com. That's /KFMS for the Kinda Funny Morning Show. Again, movementwatches.com/KFMS. We have these watches. I got the black face one with the red hands. I wear it when I'm fancy. It's
cool.
It's nice. Yeah, you
It's
like
cool
it?
looking.
Yeah, you like yours? You're a watch guy.
I enjoy it. Yeah, they're cool.
Okay. Now is the time to step up your watch game. Join the movement at movementwatches.com/KFMS. Warhammer Quest is going to someone in the Twitch chat. It means you don't have to do anything. We just have to let the random number generator do its job.
Bum bum. Oof, yeah, it's buffering pretty bad.
It's going to Jacko14. That's CKO14. You've won Warhammer Quest. It's going to your Twitch messages. You won. Congratulations. Bam, it's into you. I'm in to you.
People are saying that Kevin sounds really stressed out. Maybe he needs bongos.
Kevin, would bongos make you less stressed out?
Would that help? At all?
Kevin, we need...
Scale of 1 to 10. How much would bongos help right now, Kevin?
Hard 0 on that one.
What if a hug? You need a hug?
No, I'm good.
How about I buy you Chipotle?
I don't like it. I don't like when things go wrong. It all falls on your shoulders, Kevin.
What if I buy you a giant platter of chorizo from Chipotle? How do you feel about that?
I'm fine, thank you.
You want a hug?
No, I'm good.
You want to come over and get a hug?
I'm good, I'm good.
What if Greg and I sang...
You're not good. You yelled at everybody, which is not like Kevin.
Super unprofessional.
Well, they were all being dicks in the chat. Bunch
Hey!
of dicks, all of you.
No, it's not that they're being dicks. They just don't understand. They don't understand.
No. They just thought it was the whole like playing the Switch, and it's like cool. I'll stop playing the Switch. Fine.
It's just the garbage truck on fire mentality. And then,
Yeah.
we do give you a hard time. We all give you too much of a hard time. I understand. I've been there. I remember when I was running the stream without you, way back in the day, and something goes wrong. It's like, I don't know what you want me to fucking do about it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
I understand, Kev. It's okay.
And
It's okay.
I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. It's not our end. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's our internet, but like we'd have to restart the computer, restart the modem. That takes 10 minutes. So
Mojo, what
What if
says?
there's nothing showing up on the stats? It's not us. It's Twitch.
Right. Yeah. You're right on that end.
Mojo, what says? Maybe the problem's inside the computer. You spell it with a bunch of R's at the end of it. They're inside the computer.
The files.
So simple.
I'm gonna finish off tips.
Go for it. I'm gonna continue to make light of the situation.
Alex can't think. Greg, if someone sent you a copy of The Thing on Blu-ray, would you watch it? Asking for a friend. You don't have to do that. It's got to be on Amazon and Netflix and all that jazz.
The Thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure
I just
you'll
got to get
find it.
motivated to watch it at some point.
Have you never seen it?
No,
I think
that was
it's
one of
on
the movies
Amazon.
I did on
Oh, right.
or topics that I
I
didn't
think
know.
you'll like it.
It's good. The ending's really good.
Yeah?
It's awesome.
Didn't they do a reboot? Or
They
not a
did.
reboot, they did a prequel. They did
And
a
it was
prequel that led
awesome.
right into it, right?
Was it good?
It was pretty cool, yeah. It was, if you remember The Thing, it starts off with the helicopter chasing the wolf, and they're trying to shoot the wolf.
Yeah.
It's the story of how they got to that point.
That's fucking crazy.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Wait, but
It's the other, it's
Yeah,
basically
but,
people
like-
that found the Thing and how they all got destroyed.
Was the thing already out when they
Yeah,
when we
if you-
started? I thought at
they-
the point
Yeah, it's in the very, very beginning of the movie, it's the
the
dog.
thing's already.
It's the dog, yeah, basically. And then it like infiltrates the camp and then goes
But
cray
that's
cray.
crazy.
Yeah,
What's
because
that
remember
movie
there was some Russian organization that was like burrowing deep in the ice and they
Yeah.
found it. It's about that, those people.
And it's good.
I liked it. It's got Mary Elizabeth Winstead in it.
Oh, I like her.
She's cool. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I mean, it's not.
Should
it's
I
the
watch
exact-
that first and then
No.
watch The Thing?
No, watch
Okay.
The Thing first.
King Eddie gave us a tip and said, hey Greg, just wondering if the real reason you got married was you could stop butchering Genevieve's last name. Much love from Ontario, Canada. Merci.
Is she just changing it? Is it just Jen Miller?
Yeah.
Can we just refer
But
to
her
her
middle
as
name now is
Jen
Saint
Miller.
Ange. So it's Genevieve Saint Ange Miller.
I'm just
But
calling
not
her
hyphened.
Jen Miller.
Jen Miller. Hey, Jen Miller.
Hey, Jen Miller.
How are you?
Bonjour, Jen Miller.
Jen Miller.
Comment allez-vous? Jen Miller.
Thick Sauce says, sucking that dick.
Yeah, boy.
Congrats on the marriage, Greg. Are you going to try learning to speak French now? Again, I took some French in college and high school, so I know a bit.
But
I
also,
do need to
we've
learn more.
Americanized her. She's
I do
Jen
need to
Miller
learn
now.
more. I know, but I need to learn more for her family.
You're fine.
Outcast212 says, marriage tax. Belated congratulations on the marriage, Greg. There is nothing better than being married to your best friend. Congrats on killing Zyger 2. Thank you, Outcast, and thank you for the healthy tip. You're a good folks.
Did you get your money yet?
No. But I wanted to I want them to donate it to my Extra Life thing, which I think I have to set up or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Weedleface gave the final tip today. Calling tips. I recently listened to the GOG topic about 2017 movies, and The Hitman's Bodyguard was a major omission. Watch the Red Band trailer. It's fucking awesome. It's Ryan Reynolds. I saw you pulled it up, Kev.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
I've
think
seen
I want
this.
to watch it.
Well, we're not gonna watch it
yeah.
because I don't feel like getting a fucking copyright
Yep.
strike.
But it's awesome.
Stupid Tim and his dumb anime fucking us up last time.
What was it? Which anime was it?
I don't know.
Code Geass.
Code
Code
Geass
Geass.
2
Really
or
good.
something.
Have you seen Code Geass?
No, I've never watched Cookie Geass.
You'd like it.
I think so, yeah.
It's crazy.
Interesting. The Gaming Hutch says I don't understand. I'm mobile on and on an iPad and everything's fine.
The whole time?
According to him,
A one
Jesus fucking
punch.
Christ, streaming, man.
streaming's weird and stupid, right? We're gonna do chat questions now, but it's gonna be fucking cumbersome because Twitch is somehow fucking it up. We're not, but Twitch is. Taylor CF says, Nick,
Yes.
are you watching UFC fights this weekend?
I'm
It's a
actually
great card.
looking at the card right now. I might be watching those fights this weekend. I gotta see who's on this card. My internet's super slow right now.
K Kawasumi says,
Your
if,
internet slow too?
A little bit.
if it's a Twitch problem, why is IGN and Origin streams fine? I don't fucking work at Twitch. I don't know.
Oof.
We are hooked up to the LA one still. That might be causing an issue. I don't see why it would be though.
Yeah. Mojo, what, Kevin? Are you frustrated today?
I mean, with this, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, this sucks. Yeah.
Our internet has also been, but again, yeah, the numbers are solid. They're not fluctuating. We're getting 20 to 21 KBs. Or,
KBs.
well, 2100 to 2000.
SKC,
Oh,
new
this isn't gonna be a
the
good
club. Do you want to squeeze Andy's ass?
I always do.
No, I don't like it.
I've done it too many times.
It's too small and like firm.
Oh, this is a good
King
card.
Diz 89 says the majority of us were obviously kidding Kevin. We know that. Still hurts feelings. You don't understand what it's like when everything's going wrong and you're trying to fix it but you can't. Monka Crunk says it's funny. On PC it's buffering, but the iPhone app is fine.
Kevin just stares at me and he's waiting for me to say something.
It's
You know,
Twitch.tv.
I looked at you and you were gonna say something.
I wasn't gonna say anything. You're
And it's-
stressed out. I'm not gonna try to add to that. I'm just watching Chipotle. I'm just wondering if you want Chipotle today. That's all.
No, I brought my own lunch.
Okay.
Bought,
Then I'll
bought a
go
ton
by
of chicken
myself.
yesterday.
I'll hobble my fucking old ass down to
We
Chipotle.
walked yesterday there.
Did you?
Yeah.
I can't walk today.
To the
Huge
where?
mistake.
The mall?
Yeah.
Wow. Huge mistake.
I mean, it's not that far. My legs were really hurting because the Andy squats.
Sure.
Andy making do squats now?
No. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Well, we can talk about it now.
Oh, I just do squats with Andy on me?
That seems bad for your lower back.
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm not old. I'm not, what, 75, 65?
fair. I'm an 85-year-old
like
man.
you?
I'm
I
an
made a lot of
85-year-old
85-year-old man jokes at your expense.
I don't even doubt it.
It
I
was
stayed off
great.
the internet because I just assumed.
Sir Chalupa Batman says, did you check to see if it's maybe the Jack or Nick?
I'll look.
That's a reference back to Kind of Funny the Animated Series, the 2-part episode.
Oh, that was
One
my
of them.
favorite. Last one we put up was really good too.
Yeah.
Featured you and Jen Miller.
Uh-huh.
From future reference, every time she's in the series from here on out, it's just going to be JenMiller.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah. That's how you spell it.
Scoptimus7 says, if they're on 3-3 now, how much does Kevin want to punch Twitch right now? That's a sub only. Chat.
Do you want me to put us into sub only chat?
Sure, go ahead for it.
I'll go for it. Hold on.
Kevin, how much do you want to punch Twitch?
I mean,
Done.
the chat's gotten better.
Yeah, because we're all friends. We're all just fucking around, and then and then somebody's really having a bad day.
I just did a speed test. Our speed's phenomenal.
Yeah, they're great.
Look at that. That is as good as they've ever been, especially on doing them straight off of Google's little speed test.
Yeah.
So,
About time Google did that, by the way, too, right?
yeah.
You put speed test in, they're like, oh, we have our own thing. You have to send you that weird ass one with the.
Did I get this right?
IGN, the Zip
Nailed
Davis
it.
owned company.
Thank you.
Huh?
Zip Davis bought them.
Oh, really?
Speedtest.net.
Well, they just got fucked by Google, huh?
Well, yeah.
That was a bad investment. They just lost all their money.
But the numbers are inconsistent. So since we've always done speed test, I always use speed test.
Dark Angel 1010 says, Greg, how much eating have you been doing since getting married? I've been eating a lot. Because you keep going out for celebratory meals.
Yeah, you do.
All these different things.
And drinky winky.
Yeah.
Little drinky pinky.
Sure. A lot of drinks, a lot of
There
things
you
like
go.
that. Yeah.
What is this bullshit?
Jay Bledsoe 98. Greg, what is the next Switch game you're excited for? Hey, Andy! What's that game you play that I need to play on Switch? Kamiko I want to play on this plane ride too. I need to download that now that I'm here with the internet. Learjet23 says, Greg, tell us what time it is in your world. Right now it's 12:21 p.m. Pacific time. And then the final one, I'm going to go with Mr. Yasman300. Nick, check out this fun clips.
Let me see it. Give it to me.
You gonna toss it here or just?
No, I just want to see it. It's a 2.5-minute video about Kevin Feige talking about Spider-Man. We're not opening that.
Nope.
It's too long, too much. Ladies and gentlemen, this
Also,
has
that's
been
definitely not Kevin Feige.
the kind of. Well, is that what's going to make it funny
I
about
think that's
it?
what makes it funny. It's got. This is what's first.
Oh, okay.
Visita, ve por la paellera. Venga, que la pueden hacer. Ya están aquí. Miren, bañador.
All right, fine. We'll watch it. We'll watch
Okay.
it. Well, I'm tossing out. Kevin, I'm putting it to you. Where do you want in this doc so I don't get screamed at?
God, Kevin's in a bad mood. I don't like it.
He's having a rough morning.
He's
really bad at
You
Mario
asked
Kart.
me this morning.
He's having a really bad morning. Dad's mad at us. He's having. It's in the chat. It's in the doc.
bottle.
He's having a really bad Mario Kart day, and then everything else. Can you unmute it?
Yep.
I think it's funny when you hear it.
Yep. Give me a second. Sorry.
Want to start from the beginning?
I mean, does that matter? Oh, I see.
This is the Spider-Man deal.
Ve por la paellera. Venga, que la pueden hacer. Ya están aquí. Miren, bañador. La chancla. Todo despeinado porque no me dio tiempo nada ponerme la chancla y el bañador. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea. ¡Tú! ¡Había subido la marea y encontré una paella! Y la encontré porque estaba la paellera agarrada entre las piedras de Chipiona del faro.
Kevin, what's he really saying?
It's not Spanish.
It's not Spanish?
No.
What's he speaking?
I don't know. This is horrifying.
This is terrifying. We need to get this guy on the show.
I wonder if the story he's telling is funny.
I mean, it's got to be because he's laughing his ass off.
But usually the person telling the joke isn't laughing, you know?
If you didn't know, ladies and
unless you're Greg
gentlemen,
Miller.
this is the Kind of Funny morning show each and every weekday here on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. We come to you with the nerdy news you need to know about when twitch.tv will allow it. If you like that, check us out every day, 11 a.m. right here. If you missed it someday, no big deal. It's over on youtube.com/kindoffunny. No buffering there. It's also up on podcast services around the globe. You can subscribe, you can like, you can share, you can do all that. There's Patreon stuff, but you know all about that. I don't need to tell you about it. We'll be back tomorrow, where hopefully twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames will work flawlessly. But if not, it's kind of what we do. We don't know what the fuck we're up to. We're just, a bunch of idiots here hanging out with you. So until next time, have a good day.
Are we reading
Be
subs?
nice to each other. Huh?
We read subs already?
Sure, read them.
All right. Scroll
Do
down.
something around here. You want to just keep Google image searching?
Jesus. Well, don't put me on blast, okay? I gotta know who's in what. If I read your name, you're a sub or a resub. We very much appreciate that. Like Mr. Penguin Von Penguin says, we are doing Mario Kart every Monday on twitch.tv/KFBestFriends from 8 to 12 Eastern. Thank God it's not Central Time. D. Ong 206 says 8 months of giving you Amazon's money and boys are back. Time for Uncle Nick boy orgy.
Fuck.
You missed out on Monday.
Oh, yeah, did you? Oh,
Javier
man.
Lopez 516 Mystical 923. Shawnee D says Sean Bala status now because he just subscribed via Twitch Prime. We appreciate that. Greg Wind 64 has subscribed at tier 1 for 3 months. I'm not sure what that means. Dan Oni says hopefully I will get a Switch later this year along with that Mario game. Hee hee, and he gives a little smiley face. Brew Daniels 25 Reckless Pants. Infamous Thieves. Nick Kanata says, see you guys at Kind of Funny Live 3. Get your tickets. kindoffunny.com/KFL3. D. Warner 78. Dr. Sarius says, Greg, dropping spicy opinions on Star Wars. I thought it was
I was
onions.
fucking around.
No, you like the Star Wars. Meta Knight King says, congratulations on getting married, Greg, and welcome back, Nick.
Thank you.
Thank you. Fball13Z. Titus Shot. J. Bledsoe 98. Joey Fine says, 6 months, baby. Kisses. Short Fuse 06. Allie the Wise. Learjet23 says, Nick, I recently watched your morning hair ritual video. How has your routine changed in the last 2 years? Well, I don't use Rogaine anymore because that shit just didn't work for me.
Really?
Nope, don't use it at all. Just the Propecia to keep what I got left until my back gives out and I kill myself.
Jesus.
RDC 1993. Cyan Ninja says, he just gave us a link to something. Kevin, if we can check that out.
No, I don't have access. Oh, okay.
Here, I'll
Yeah, add it to the doc.
I'll add it to the doc real quick. Let's see if it's good. If it's not good, throw it out. Kevin, just throw it out. There you go. Maybe it's a Watto toy of some sort. Simple Mon says, Ethan Ardent says, hey, thanks for making my 10 hours in a cube more enjoyable. I hope I can find something that makes me as happy as you. Thanks for the inspiration and laughs. What are you shaking your head at?
This Watto thing. I don't want to buy this Watto thing. Is it an autographed Watto picture?
No, but we need that card reader thing, so if someone find that.
Yeah, we do need the electronic comm tech reader.
We do. Can someone please figure that out? We don't know how to Google that. Fargo Brady 45 says, Greg finally bought a PS4 Pro after being an Xbox boy for years. About to get balls deep in Horizon.
Hoo-wee!
Cranky Moose says, 8 months subbed, but years of watching. Here's to many more. A Rhea 13 says, 4 months of subbing on the 4th. The 4th is strong here. Respawn Raider says, love you guys. Keep up the good work. I Leatherland 11 says, fuck you, Amazon.
Whoa! Taking that money back? It was their money, now we got it.
R Romo 12 has subscribed. 32-bit player says, Greg, congrats on your wedding. Nick, congrats on not dying. Appreciate that. SC Braun. John a Jew says, 16 months. Go Rockets. Boo Spurs. P Davis 32 says, Greg, give Nick a bareback bongo. If it makes him feel... It will make his back feel better.
I don't want to kill him.
It will definitely
I don't want
not
to kill
make
you,
my
brother.
back feel better. Bishop Delicious says 2 months since swapping sub to Amazon. A bazillion months otherwise. HGNGFRG Leap says, here's some of that Amazon money. Thanks for the content. Prime yourselves some DiGiorno with pineapple.
No!
Oh.
Yes, we appreciate that. Wolf Fox 10 JC says, what type of wood does Kevin like to chop? LOL. Because he's a lumberjack.
Oh, I thought it was a woodchuck thing. Like, how
Have
much
you guys
wood
ever
would a
chopped
woodchuck
wood?
chuck?
Yeah, it's fun.
It fucking feels amazing.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I want to say I have, but I don't have a distinct memory for that.
You'd remember.
Yeah.
X Outcast X212 says, did Nick purposely get hurt so he wouldn't have to defend his title in Mario Kart?
He did.
Greg
He definitely did.
beating Zyger must have him spooked. Get well soon, Nick. No, again, we already established this. It's 1-1. I already beat Greg once. It's done. Championship retained. He doesn't remember it because he was all getting huffy and puffy trying to get the stream.
Do it
working.
right now. Turn it
Doesn't
on.
matter.
Beat me again.
I got to read these tips.
Beat me again.
And then I have to go to lunch. We have a schedule we have to keep today, Greg. I'm a professional. I am a professional champion, unlike some other people around here.
Tonight.
Crack is for
All
kids.
right, we're gonna go
says,
see Guardians of the Galaxy night and then do a reacts to it.
oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. Are you excited to see it again?
Yeah, I like the number
Okay,
one.
cool. Crack is for kids says, I just ate a thumbtack.
Jesus.
OMG, like really, has subscribed for 2 months. Link0080. Jade Allen says, congrats to Greg and Jen. DMW629. I just swallowed there. She didn't like put a pause.
She didn't say swallow?
No. DMW6290 says 2 months of taking that money back from Amazon. Love the content, guys. Keep it up. Steve Rebuilt says, Nick, super happy to see you back, man. Back problems are the worst. I agree. Angry Ace, Bossman770, DJin1972, and our final subscriber for today is Uncle Herb21.
Uncle Herb.
He is the herbiest.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your love and support. Sorry today's show was a garbage truck on fire, but you know what to expect from us. That's how it goes.
It's on YouTube.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure to serve you.